Have you ever considered what happens at the very end? In that moment of final release, we spend our entire lives holding on to things, to people, to ideas, to who we think we are. But here's something worth noticing. That last moment, it isn't an ending, it's a doorway. And it's in that moment, at that doorway, that a choice is made. A very simple choice that can keep you standing there for a long, long time. Ancient wisdom teaches us something quite profound. Most people, in that quiet moment after their last breath, make a mistake. A very human mistake. It comes from habit, from attachment, from not quite seeing that the door is now open. They get stuck in the space between, confused, looking back at the life they just left, while the people they love slowly begin to walk forward without them. And the interesting part, they often don't even know they're stuck. Today, we're going to talk about this, not to cause fear, but to bring understanding. Because if we understand the doorway, we don't have to be afraid of walking through it when our time comes. Think about this for a moment. The final breath leaves your body. For the first time, there is no weight, no struggle. There is a sense of quiet expansion, a natural pull forward, like a river flowing gently towards the sea. Many who have glimpsed this space talk about its peace, its stillness, its light. But deep observation also shows us something else. It shows us hesitation. It shows souls lingering, still feeling connected to their old lives, still trying to hold on to the familiar riverbank instead of flowing with the current. And this is where the difficulty begins, because here's what happens. Who you were, your habits, your worries, the things you held on to so tightly, they are still with you for a moment. Your mind is still running the old patterns. This is where we face a quiet question. Even if we don't hear it with our ears, do we follow the pull forward toward the open sea of peace? Or do we look back? Most people look back. That's the simple mistake. If these words stir something in you, if they make you look at your own life in a new light, that is good. That's why we're here. This is a space for quiet, honest observation. If this path feels right to you, I invite you to subscribe and walk with us. We explore these deep currents of life together. Ancient wisdom doesn't speak of this to scare us. It's shared through quiet observation, watching the natural patterns of life and release over thousands of years. Think of it this way: when the body lets go, your awareness enters a space like a quiet waiting room. You're no longer in the old life, but you haven't quite stepped into what's next. In this quiet space, you are still connected to the world you knew. You can see your loved ones. You can feel their sadness. You can watch them as they grieve. And here's the part that is so very difficult. You can't reach them. You can't comfort them. You can't let them know that you're okay. The feeling of watching this separation can be so strong that many simply refuse to accept it. They convince themselves they're still there, just in a different way, unseen, unheard. And so they stay. They linger in that waiting room, hovering around the people and places they loved, trying to connect, trying to hold on to something that has already been released. They looked back when it was time to look forward. They held on when it was time to let go. They chose the familiar room over the open sky, and they become stuck in a state of their own making. Here's why this happens. It isn't because of a mistake you made in life. It has nothing to do with being good or bad. It's about how tightly we hold on to things. Pay close attention here. This is the heart of it. Our entire life is a practice in holding on. My house, my family, my body, my ideas. We build our world around these things we call mine. Then, the body lets go. But the habit of holding on, it follows us. The strength of our attachments, this is what makes it easy or hard to move forward. Think of it like a stone in your pocket. The more stones you carry from your earthly life, the heavier you feel, and the harder it is to simply float with the current. Imagine someone whose journey ends suddenly. Their last thought might have been about tomorrow's meeting or what to make for dinner. Their mind is still attached to those tasks. I have things to do. I can't leave yet. And so they don't. They wait in the doorway, held there by their own sense of responsibility, not realizing that the world has already moved on without them. Do you see? The only thing keeping them there is their own refusal to open their hand and let go of the stone. When you notice this in yourself, this habit of holding on, it becomes possible to change, to create space. Let's make this our intention together. Go to the comments and type, "I create space for peace." Affirming this is the first step in learning to let go. Wisdom shows us 3 main ways people get stuck. And if you're honest with yourself, you might see a bit of your own pattern in one of them. The first are those held by their deep love. The mother who can't bear to leave her children. The partner who feels the other cannot go on without them. Their love is pure. Their dedication is beautiful. But in this final moment, it can become a heavy chain. There is a deep stillness that's needed, but her worry creates a disturbance. Her children might feel this. A kind of unease in the home, a weight they can't explain. The parents' desire to hold on keeps them stuck, and it prevents those they love from truly moving forward in peace. The second are those held by things, their home, their money, their accomplishments. They spent a whole lifetime building and collecting. When their body is gone, their mind cannot leave the things they built. They watch as others decide what to do with their life's work. They try to guide, to control, but they have no voice. And so they stay, watching, held captive by their attachment to things that have no meaning where they are now. The third type is perhaps the most difficult to see. These are the ones who simply don't know that the journey has changed. Perhaps it happened too fast, or maybe they were so tied to their body, their daily life, that the idea of existing without it is just unthinkable. They go through the old motions like someone walking in a dream. They try to sit in their favorite chair. They try to talk to their family, but nothing responds. No one sees them, and the confusion becomes a quiet, lonely echo. The door is wide open, but they don't see it, because they keep looking at the wall where the old door used to be. Now, it's useful to understand timing. Old wisdom suggests there is a natural current right after the body releases. A window of a few days when it is easiest to flow forward. During this time, there is help, a sense of being guided, of loved ones who have gone before, a feeling of being welcomed home, a great light, a profound peace. It's all there, waiting. But here's the simple truth: you have to turn towards it. You have to make the quiet choice to let the river carry you, rather than trying to swim back to the shore. Most people miss this. They are distracted by the shore. They're watching the sadness of their loved ones. They are caught in the swirl of their own confusion. And slowly, the easiest part of the current passes them by. It becomes harder to hear the call forward. It's like their ears are still tuned to the old world. Eventually, they become so used to the waiting room that they forget the open sky outside. They mistake this in between space for what comes next, and that's the real sadness. Not that there is punishment. Not at all. It's that they are trapped by their own habits of mind, trapped by simply not knowing how to let go. All the while, life on the shore continues. People heal, they move on, they live, while the one in the waiting room remains paused, replaying the moment of their departure, held by a past that no longer exists. If this feels heavy, take a breath. It's okay. Understanding this isn't meant to be a burden. It's a tool. Share this with someone you love. This is a conversation worth having. And subscribe, because learning what comes next helps us live more fully right now. So the real question is, how do we prepare? How do we make sure we are ready to walk through that door with ease and grace? Ancient wisdom gives us very simple, practical guidance. And if you remember anything, remember this. First, practice letting go now, not when you're at the doorway. Today, every small attachment is a chance to practice for the great letting go. When a cup breaks, can you release it without anger? When a plan changes, can you flow with it without resistance? These are not small things. They are training. Every time you open your hand in life, you are preparing for the moment you must open it for the last time. Second, understand what you truly are. You are not your body. You are not your job or the things you own. You are the silent awareness that experiences all these things. Spend time in quiet observation each day. Meditation isn't something mystical, it's a practical tool. Simply sit. Watch your thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. Realize you are the sky, not the clouds. The more you know yourself as this quiet, spacious awareness now, the easier it will be to remember it then. Third, have the conversation. Talk about this, not with sadness, but with openness. Tell the people you love that when your time comes, you want them to encourage you to go forward, to release you with their love, not hold you with their grief. The greatest gift you can give someone at the end of their life is the freedom to leave peacefully, and ask the same from them. Fourth, know the signs. Wisdom teaches us there will be a feeling of release, of lightness, of peace. There will be a sense of being welcomed. And there will be a choice point, a moment to turn toward the light or to turn back to the familiar. Knowing this beforehand changes everything. You won't be confused. You will recognize it, and you will know what to do. Turn toward the peace. Move forward. Let go. It's that simple. But in a moment of strong emotion, it's easy to forget. Don't forget. And finally, do the inner work now. The way you are in life is the way you will be at that doorway. If you live your life clinging, you will cling then. If you live in confusion, you will be confused then. But if you spend your life cultivating a little more wisdom, a little more compassion, a little more ability to let go, then the journey forward becomes natural, a homecoming. The work you do now on your own mind is the most important work of all. But let me share something to put all of this in perspective. Yes, getting stuck is something worth noticing. It's a real possibility, but it is not a final destination. Ancient wisdom teaches us again and again, no one is ever truly lost. Even those who wait in the doorway for years, for decades, eventually they awaken. A moment of clarity comes, and they finally move forward. The universe is endlessly patient and kind. So while the struggle is real, it's also temporary. Every single journey eventually leads back to the ocean. But, and this is important, just because you can eventually find your way out, doesn't mean you should choose the difficult path. The whole point is to learn now, prepare now, understand now, so that when your moment comes you can move with grace, with awareness, transforming that final moment from a fearful unknown into a peaceful return. So what does this mean for you today? It means looking at your life differently. When you understand that the things you cling to can become heavy weights later, you start to hold them more lightly. That argument about something small, it doesn't seem so important. The weight of an old grudge, you see, you can choose to put it down. This isn't about caring less. It's about loving with more freedom. It's about enjoying your life without being trapped by it. It changes everything. Your priorities shift. You start asking a different question. Not, what can I get? But, what can I let go of to become more free? Not, how can I be successful? But, how can I use this life to prepare my heart for the journey ahead? When you start asking that question, your whole world begins to change. Let me leave you with a simple practice, something you can do right now. It takes only a minute, but if you do it often, it will slowly change your relationship with everything. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Just notice your breath. Now, bring to mind one thing you're holding on to very tightly. A worry, a person, an object, an idea. Just see it clearly. Feel the tightness of holding on. Then, on your next exhale, just for a moment, imagine your hand opening. Imagine letting it go. Not with anger, but with kindness. Just letting it be. Feel the little bit of space that creates inside you. That's it. That's the training. Learning to open your hand, one breath at a time. A wise person once said that death is just walking through a different door. Most of us go up to that door walking backward, looking over our shoulder at the room we are leaving. So we stumble, we get caught. We miss seeing the new room because our eyes are fixed on the old one. The great mistake is not that we leave this life. It is that we don't leave it with awareness. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. you can prepare. Every small act of letting go is practice. And when your time comes, when you feel that quiet moment of separation, when you see the peace calling you forward, you'll be ready. You won't look back. You will just walk through the door. This has been a deep conversation. If it has served you, share it. There is someone in your life who needs to hear this. If you are ready to continue this path of living with an open hand, subscribe to this channel. This is only the beginning. For now, remember this: you are the sky, not the clouds. One day, you will continue your journey. Be ready for that moment.